I feel at home as soon as I get there.
It's enriched me in ways that I never could have imagined.
To me, it was so amazing to have a space where all of these identities just circulated and just were so firmly together in a way that was so affirmative.
Nehirim is my attempt to re-experience Judaism from a different perspective than I had growing up.
This was like all the best pieces of Jewish summer camp with a bunch of queers, which was great.
Nehirim builds community for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender Jews, partners, and allies. Our main programs are our weekend retreats, powerful, transformative, fun weekends of spirituality, culture, and celebration.
Nehirim was a really great place to explore exactly what kind of Jew I was.
Being queer, or especially being trans, or maybe especially being queer and also being trans, I've had a couple of really awful experiences since I came out as trans. And Nehirim was the first place I went where I was like, I'm Rafi, and like didn't know how that would go over, didn't know if people would be like, no, that's not gonna work for us, you're actually a girl, you know, and you don't fit in with the men. But I remember feeling like, oh, this is okay.
Nehirim is a place where everyone comes together and engages and learns about Judaism, and that we create a space where that's possible.
A typical Nehirim retreat starts on Friday afternoon with an opening program and then getting ready for Shabbat. We have a Friday night service which accommodates a very wide range of spiritual practices and religious affiliations.
You know, I consider myself a secular Jew, but my favorite parts tend to be the services. It was just like the first time I ever really felt comfortable in that space, and it's a really amazing feeling.
We really allow people to express their spiritual lives in dance and in song, with words of prayer, with movement of the body.
We get so into it sometimes, and we just gel as a community, and we just sort of lift each other up into this spiritual place, and it's beautiful.
One of the highlights of Nehirim retreats is our menu of workshops. Everything from Talmud study to meditation and movement, introductions to queer theory and transgender issues, to lighter workshops on dating, food, Jewish culture.
The opportunity to study with people whom I wouldn't ordinarily run across is a real gift and a treat. It's the incredible study, the opportunity to be with the scholars. That's all a joy.
Anything somebody could like will be at Nehirim in some form. So if I know the person, I can let them know, like, oh, you really like arts and crafts kind of stuff? Like, there's always sessions that have arts and crafts. You really like meditation? There's always meditation things going on. There's always something for everybody at any Nehirim event.
When I look at the program of what's at Nehirim, I am so impressed with the different ways that it accesses what people can and cannot be part of.
Nehirim retreats are also a lot of fun, singing, dancing, hiking in nature, havdalah around a campfire, or at our urban retreats going out in New York City or San Francisco. We make sure there's plenty of time to just relax and connect with one another.
I feel incredibly welcomed, and I feel like I belong. And that's where I'm supposed to be for that weekend at that moment.
I think what Nehirim is bringing that isn't happening other places that I see is it's bringing together people from lots of different Jewish backgrounds with lots of different queer identities and lots of different ages.
It's important to me that Jews of different ages and orientations have some knowledge and experience of each other that's not theoretical but hands-on.
I've had conversations about Nehirim with people who are from more traditional backgrounds, and I've let them know that because everything there is kosher and everything there is kind of geared towards Judaism in whatever direction it is, that they would be comfortable.
It was a really easy place to find community and to find a community that I felt I could connect to on a deeper level right away. Being in a really beautiful natural setting, I think, automatically brings people out of their normal everyday habits and can perhaps help people to put on a new self.
To go out and experience nature, it just heightens the whole experience, and it's totally rejuvenating for me.
It's about taking a step outside of hectic life and making a commitment to myself to be more introspective.
I would go as far as to say it's been life-affirming. It's the only place that I feel 100% comfortable, And I also didn't realize how not 100% comfortable I was until I discovered Nehirim.
Nehirim makes it possible for people to reclaim Judaism as queer people. It makes it possible for queer Jews to find one another and create spiritual, religious, communal, political space together. It's really such a great opportunity to just make connections and build relationships and build a movement.
Whether you want to grow spiritually or just hang out with other queer Jews, whether you consider yourself religious or secular, whether you're in your 20s or your 60s or anywhere in between, Nehirim is a place where you can be your whole self. The word Nehirim means lights, and Nehirim retreats are a place to let your light shine.
Life is not, you know, it's not bad, but it's not easy for gay Jews. And I just think that this is a place, a break from everyday life where we can really be who we are.
I feel like no matter how hard I try to explain Nehirim, I can't do it justice. And I guess what I wish for people who have never come is that they just try it once.
If you're not going to Nehirim, you're really missing something.